Markets, Investor Awareness Services, Primary Markets Relationships, NSE, Dr. Harish Ahuja. A very warm welcome to you, sir. A token of respect and love in the form of these flowers. Thank you. We have with us here today the leadership team from India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, who are stalwarts in their respective fields. Let me begin by calling upon Shri Sudhin Bhagwandas Choksi, Chairman of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. A very hearty welcome to you, sir. A token of reverence for you. Shri Anil Mehta, Founding Promoter, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Welcome to you. Shri Parveen Kumar Gupta, Independent Director, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. I believe he's yet to join us. He will join us very, very shortly. Let's move on. Shri Thompson Thomas, Independent Director, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Madam Rachana Dikshit, Independent Director, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Welcome, ma'am. Shri Rupinder Singh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Welcome, sir. Let us greet the BRLMs, the book running lead managers, Shri Preetish Kandoi, Executive Vice President and Head, BFSI ICICI Securities Limited. Shri Kaushal Shah, Managing Director, Equity Capital Markets, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. Shri Vikas Khattar, Managing Director, Co-Head of Investment Banking and Head, Equity Capital Markets, Ambit Private Limited. And joining us shortly will be Shri Amulya Goel, Managing Director of India Investment Banking, Citigroup Global Markets India Private Limited. देवी और सज्जनों, भारतीय परंपरा के अनुसार दीप प्रज्वलित कर अब समारोह का उद्घाटन होगा. In keeping with the Indian tradition, the function will be inaugurated by lighting the auspicious ceremonial lamp. And to do the honors, I request Dr. Harish Ahuja, Head PSD Carbon and Power Markets Investor Awareness Services, Primary Markets Relationships, NSE, Shri Sudhin Bhagwandas Choksi, Chairman, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, Shri Anil Mehta, Founding Promoter, India Shelter, Shri Rupinder Singh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, India Shelter, Shri Ashish Gupta, Chief Financial Officer, India Shelter, Shri Shreyans Singh from Westbridge, and Shri KG Subramanyam, Nexus Venture Partners. दीपेन लोकान जयति दीपस्तेजोमयः स्मृतः चतुर्वर्ग प्रदोदीपन तस्मात् दीप यजेत प्रिये. This couplet in Sanskrit translates, the lamp is luminous, its radiance grants victory, Its light imparts dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, that is, righteousness, prosperity, pleasure, and finally, emancipation. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the significance of lighting a lamp, and hence, a lamp should be lit.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
The lamp being lit, Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, being propitiated, I will request all the dignitaries to kindly take their seats while I call upon Shri Kaushal Shah, Managing Director, Equity Capital Markets, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited, for the opening address.
Good morning and a very warm welcome on this auspicious occasion of the listing ceremony of India Shelter. 90 plus times QIB subscription, more than 30 times HNI, more than 10 times retail, and overall 27 times plus. If you look at the anchor investors, we had investors from all geographies: India, Singapore, Hong Kong, UK, US. I don't know which geography we left, maybe Japan will try next time. But this just highlights in terms of the quality of the company and more importantly, the quality of the management. In fact, I would commend in terms of Rupinder, Ashish, Rahul. I think a fantastic team. And that is a consistent feedback that we got from the investors during the roadshows, that is something that impressed all of them. The board gave a fantastic direction, and I think they were solution oriented. What we saw is a team, no one-man show, and that is something that is critical for the success. Important thing is, if you look at India Shelter has filled the gap of a listed affordable housing company in North, and that's a big achievement. There's no other company, and India Shelter has done that. And I would say that this is only a start. There's a lot to do going forward. I'm sure it will achieve many more milestones. As we say, this is the start of a journey in the life of the company as far as capital markets is concerned. This is sort of a marriage. We as BRLMs or the pundits will move on. But as we have seen in marriage, while right now it's a honeymoon period, but going forward there will be lots of compromises, sacrifices that one has to do. But we hope that the company will keep on wooing the investors, will keep on giving the good surprises with outperformance. And I'm sure investors are going to see the value in terms of the company. And I would say that with that, all the best wishes for the company. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the initial remarks. I will now request Shri Anil Mehta, Founding Partner, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, to please address us.
Good morning. Welcome. Great to see you all. Great to see my teammates, old and new. Great to see the board. I don't want to bore you with a long story of days of struggle, etc. but I come from a long line of salaried people. When I planned to get into entrepreneurhood, my father told me that as many generations as I know, which was I think 7 or 8, he said, nobody's ever worked for themselves. We've always been servants. So you be careful about what you're getting into. But well, sometimes you're too stupid to know what you're getting into, and you do that. So this was a white space. I cut my teeth at HDFC Limited, where I joined as a management trainee back in '84. And lending is the business I knew well. The only place to go to was mortgage lending. And this affordable housing finance was white space. We were the first company to come in. Many other companies have come. Some have become bigger than us. But my dream was to build a company which had the quality of governance of the companies I had worked for. I'd worked for HDFC Limited, I'd worked for Bank of America, American Express, Grindlays Bank, and I was a founding team member at Max New York Life. And I wanted to compete with those. The idea was never to make a lot of money. The idea was to write my own book. Because when you work in large companies, you're always seeking consensus, finding your way around doing things. And when you start your own company, you are truly writing your own book. So, leaving a cushy job, never having even booked an air ticket by myself, never having done any of the admin stuff, and suddenly taking a 70% salary cut, kids not being able to go to the golf club, all the corporate memberships gone, and booking your own tickets and finding cheap hotels near the airport, taking yellow and black cabs to all the banks for 3-4 years. That was how it was. But I must say, and one of the first investment bankers I met was Pritish from ICI. He was with Equirus at that time. And he said, you know, things will keep happening to you, and entrepreneur has to stay optimistic always. And that was in short supply, because we were running with challenges of OPEX at one time. So we had promised on day one that we will pay salaries to everyone regardless on the 30th, last day of the month. And we never failed that promise. We didn't have OPEX, so I told my wife to liquidate all our mutual funds and keep the money in cash, that we'll pay in cash, and when we have money, we will pay them. So that's how it all started. I'm sure every entrepreneur has these stories. You'll hear a million stories. But every morning when I came to work, my colleagues were so energizing. All of them were much younger than me. I became an entrepreneur at the age of 49, which is, not quite the right age to become an entrepreneur, especially when you have young children. So I had my wife, my children, very, very supportive. So all the lack of money at home, everything, etc. we still had very happy times. And I've never had an unhappy day at office. Yes, there are stresses, sometimes anger, but most times it was very, very positive energy, which all the young folks around me gave. So a lot of them are here. They've been with the company 10 years or more. They've been there since early founding days. I cannot but, talk about our mission again. Yes, I wanted to write my own book. That's why I started the company. But as the vision crystallized, we are actually doing a great social service. We are improving quality of life of these families who've never lived in a proper house. Their kids have space to study. They live in healthier surroundings. And that's a great thing we are doing, contributing to nation building and family building. And I think that truly is the measure of all the hard work that all the 3,000 odd employees do in this company. We provide 3,000 jobs today, 3,000 plus jobs, and as the torch passes to Rupinder, the growth is faster, more people are joining in, he has the energy of the youth. So my runway ends today. This is for every entrepreneur a great dream. It's a very emotional day for me today. People have been talking, oh, you'll make money, etc. Frankly, I have enough money to live the life I want to live. This money will not add to my comforts. Truly speaking, it is the emotion about having written my own book, about having built a company which is very strong on principles, very, very strong on governance. I said we will have HDFC-like governance, though we are small dwarfs compared to them. But we will have that kind of governance, and our scintillating board tells the story. All the mechanisms, right from what happens to a branch to all the way to corporate office, I think we've probably got one of the stronger governance structures in this company. For Rupinder, the runway starts. Great credit to him on the team he's put together. I think we will please investors with many positive surprises as time goes on. We will do all the right things in the right fashion. We will grow faster, we will go profitably, and we will always be truthful. That's a key value. I have to thank my investors. The first person who wrote a check to this company was Sumit Chadha when he was with Sequoia. And Sequoia has been a very, very supportive investor. At a time when we couldn't pay salaries, I called GV, who was on our board after Sumit left. And I said, this is my problem. And, you know, we are in a very, very tough spot because Nexus was still, the negotiation was going on. Anup being Anup, very diligent. So, went on for a bit, but in about 5 days, he says, Monday is my IC, we will write you a check very, very quickly. In 1 week, no documentation, no nothing, no price discussion. He said the price is the price at which you raise your next round, less 10%. And they wrote us a check. So the credibility that we built as a team was such that a very hardcore investor wrote us a bridge round without negotiating price, without negotiating any other terms. The second big turning point was when Nexus wrote us a check, large check. So I never had to worry about OPEX again. But those few days until the first year and a half, made us learn frugality, what it means to really run a mom and pop show. Every cent to be saved, no extra money to be spent. We used to sit 3 to a room. I got my own exclusive room. Employee number 1 will remember, I think about 6 months. So employee number 1 has joined the company back after having gone out. That's a tribute to the company that Rupinder is building. He could lure her back, I could not. So that was the second turning point. And the third real scale turning point was Sumir coming back in his Westbridge avatar and writing us a huge big check, $60 million, which put us in a different league altogether. So here we are, culmination of my journey. And I was talking to Sudhin as we got in. And where I started my career, HDFC Limited got delisted this year. And where I ended my career, India Shelter Finance lists today. So it's been a super journey. Every day has been great, very enjoyable. I have learned not to think about strife or think back on strife. So there's been no strife truly in my memory, my thinking. And thank you all the BRLMs, everybody who helped us bring to the public, displayed us in positive light. Many thanks to Rupinder and every member of the team. The new team is all heavyweights. Guys look good. We are on our way to becoming a really large, very, very significant player while keeping in with our values. So thank you very much. All the best, Rupinder. The torch truly passes today as my orbit is written in the company, you know, and here we are. So congratulations to India Shelter team, to the board, and many thanks to my family, my support, my children, my wife. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for encapsulating the essence of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited in a nutshell for all of us. I will now invite Shri Sudhin Choksi, Chairman, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, for his address.
Good morning, everyone. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to to all the agencies and all those people who got involved in making this day possible, historic day for India Shelter. And we remain grateful to them. In particular, I would like to thank regulator, auditors, advocates, investment bankers, who all worked very hard with the team at India Shelter. And we could stand today here and look at the listing ceremony of the company. I would in particular like to convey my thanks to Anil. I think he and Westbridge Capital, I think they both did a wonderful job in an initial stage of the company to put together, as we heard through Anil. He emphasized on the corporate governance and the good practices, and I think which we have been witnessing at the board. And I'm very confident that all these good practices and the habits which the teams have formed will take the company to a newer heights and newer peaks. I would like to thank Rupinder and his team. They have done an outstanding job of building loan assets with a pristine quality. Not many company in this particular segment. It's a challenging segment of a self-employed, and to maintain this kind of the quality of the recovery performance, I think it's truly outstanding. And I give my full credit to Rupinder and his team for the way they have built up the portfolio with the quality. As you all know that in our country, the base of the pyramid, bottom of the pyramid is very, very vast. And almost 50% of the households in India have an annual income less than 50%, 5 lakh rupees, less than 5 lakh rupees. And therefore, I see a tremendous opportunity for India Shelter, to grow over a period of time. Maybe the opportunity may unfold gradually as the economy grows bigger. Because there is always a direct correlation between the prosperity at the bottom of the pyramid compared to the speed with which or the size of the economy as it grows. I think we have a country as a whole, we have to still look at a higher rate of growth. And I think once we start moving or growing at a rate higher than 6% to 7%, I think we will see the opportunity unfolding at the bottom of the pyramid. I think that is where India Shelter will have tremendous opportunity to grow with a larger size of the loan assets. I'm 100% sure Rupinder will seize this opportunity as we move forward and will make the company an outstanding on all parameters. I wish Rupinder and his team the very best, and thank you all of you for coming and being present here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. I will now invite Shri Rupinder Singh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, to address us all on this significant occasion.
Well, God has been so kind to us that we are sitting together to celebrate this occasion. So first of all, to distinguished dignitaries, Dr. Harish Ahuja, respected guests, members from media fraternity, and my team India Shelter, a very good morning to all of you. On behalf of India Shelter, I thank you all for coming to grace this significant milestone in a journey of our company. The name India Shelter itself suggests to give direction to ensure that as an Indian, nobody should be devoid of having shelter over their head, and that is our mission. I remember 4 years back when I met Mr. Anil Mehta and Sumil Chadda, where they have given a clarity on vision of about the company, which was compelling enough for me to get on board even during the peak of COVID. Now, when I see in hindsight, this journey has been exciting, thanks to robust foundation laid since inception, and yes, enabled by strong corporate governance, which both of the leaders spoke just now, and automatically coupled by cutting-edge technology, which helped in propelling the business and the growth. Well, at this juncture, I offered my heartfelt thanks to our chairman, Mr. Sudhin Choksey, who is not only a motivation for us, but a guiding lamp in day in, day out of this journey, what we are sustaining. I express my gratitude to Mr. Anil Mehta for putting his blood and sweat to create this amazing platform. Thanks for shaping this vision, sir. Our esteemed board members were pillar of strength, for which I are always grateful. Thank you, Mr. Gupta, Rachna Madam, Thompson, sir, for coming here and cheering us. To our investor, past and present, including Westbridge, Nexus, Madison, Sequoia, for believing in us and our vision. Thank you so much. The real essence of this organization is people working here. India Shelter is blessed to have a rightful set of people who are always passionate to take up any Herculean task. My heartfelt gratitude to each member of this organization. Well, it's pertinent to place on records of acknowledgement to our regulators, National Housing Bank, RBI and SEBI, large banking consortium who are supporting day in, day out with their impeccable support, rating agencies for guiding us, legal partners, namely our lawyers, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, Sidley Austin, Shardul Mangaljal Amarchand Mangaldas, thank you so much. Our BRLMs, ICICI, Kotak, Citi and Embed, auditors, TR Chadda and BB Associates, PR agencies Ed Factor, Registrar K Fintech, and Printers Crystal for helping in this IPO. Along with all who worked tirelessly to get this company listed in the record time. I think we were one of the very rare company who are on, in particular in financial service, who make this possible in 6.5 months of time. And special thanks to NSE and BSE, where our shares are getting listed shortly. In last 6 months, there are many examples of team toiling day in, day out, irrespective of, holidays, some certain emergencies. I think it's pertinent to mention certain names. Thanks to Ashish Gupta, Mukti, Madhur, Rahul, for steering this process. And yes, supported by Rohit God, Ankita on the marketing side. And the most important, the business team, they continue their rhythm irrespective of what the scenario it is. So no doubt my bandwidth, CFO bandwidth was choked largely in this process, but they make sure that momentum remains continuous. Thank you so much. Yes, the most important family who have patiently relentless cheer and motivate to achieve this milestone. No words can suffice to express our gratitude towards who are listening this piece. Our valued customer and shareholder have been integral part of this journey. Their trust is driving force, and we are really grateful for that. Lastly, to our shareholder, both existing and new, I reaffirm on behalf of India Shelter that we are committed towards upholding core values. Your investment is a testament to your belief in our vision. We shall act in a most responsible manner, preserving shareholder interest, and of course, uplifting life of our customer. So, at the end, let us continue to build a legacy of providing shelter to aspiring Indians at India Shelter. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insights. I will now invite Dr. Harish Ahuja, Head PSD, Carbon and Power Markets, Investor Awareness Services, Primary Markets Relationships, NSE, for addressing us on this significant occasion.
Shri Anil Mehta, founding partner, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Shri Sudhin Choksi, Chairman, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Shri Rupinder Singh, Managing Director and CEO, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. Shri Shreyansh Singh, Senior Vice President, Westwich Capital. Shri Anup Gupta, Managing Director, Nexus Venture Private Limited. Shri Pratish Kandoi, EVP and Head, BFSI Corporate Finance, ICICI Securities. Shri Kaushal Shah, Head of Equity Capital Markets, Kotak. Shri Amulya Goyal, Managing Director, India Investment Banking, Citigroup. Shri Vikash Khattar, MD, Co-Head of Investment Banking and Head, Equity Capital Markets. Other distinguished degrees present. Good morning and very warm welcome to all of you on the listing ceremony of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. As you were told, company is a retail-focused, affordable housing finance company with a specific focus on first-time home loan takers in the low and middle income group in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in India. NSE is proud to welcome India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited in our family of listed corporates, and you are 2,355th company to list on NSE. NSE listed companies as on today has a market cap around $4.28 trillion, and you are part of this now. India is now the fourth largest country in terms of market cap after US, China and Japan. We include Hong Kong in China only. NSE is also world largest exchange in terms of number of transactions we do on everyday basis. Someday we cross 20 crore transactions a day. NSE market cap has grown by almost 80 times since we got incepted in 1994. And this is a testament to India's entrepreneurial activities and trust of India public on entrepreneurs like Mr. Anil Mehta. As on today, roughly 8.25 unique PAN investors are registered with NSE. 18% of the population in terms of household, around 5 crore, invest directly with NSE, which is a big achievement for India. The IPO of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited got an overwhelming response. Its issue size was around 1,200 crore, but as Merchant Banker shared, it got oversubscribed by 37 times. It's a good achievement. When Mr. Mehta was speaking about his journey, I remember the quote of Ben Horowitz, the founding partner of Anderson Horowitz Venture Capital. Many venture capital must know about him. He has written a book also, Hard Thing About Hard Things, one of the best books most of the startup founder read. Mr. Mehta must also read. And he has very clearly stated that the difference between $1 million company and $1 billion company is set when it is at $0 million. If a $0 million company set the corporate standards or the benchmarks of $1 billion company, they will definitely become $1 billion company today. And I think what Mr. Mehta said, that even at the start we decided that we follow the corporate governance of SDFC. I think he set the casting stone that day itself, and today that's why you're a $1 billion company, sir. We hope that today's successful listing of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited will inspire many more companies to look at the public market as a promising alternative. We at NSE are committed to facilitate fundraising opportunities for upcoming organizations to chart their growth story and make capital market more accessible for all of us. We hope that this listing day is a partnership going forward between us. I congratulate the entire team of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, the merchant bankers, PR agency, the legal advisor, the other parties associated with the IPO for the accomplishment, and today listing is a testimony of their hard work. NSE once again is welcome India Finance Shelter Corporation Limited to the family and looks forward to supporting you in your future fundraising avenues. Jai Hind, Namaskar, thank you.
Thank you for the inspiring words. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for memento presentation. Dr. Harish Ahuja will present a memento to Shri Rupinder Singh, MD and CEO, India Shelter, as a congratulatory gesture. This, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, is a mini replica of the iconic bell that has been placed on the stage. And this is the proud to be listed on NSE badge box. So officials and employees of India Shelter have been presented with these badges, but these are for those who could not attend the listing ceremony in person. Thank you. Dr. Ahuja will now present mementos to Shri Pritish Kandoi, Executive Vice President and Head BFSI ICICI Securities Limited. I will call out the next name, Shri Kaushal Shah, Managing Director, Equity Capital Markets, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. Next would be Shri Amulya Goel, Managing Director, India Investment Banking, Citigroup Global Markets India Private Limited. The last BRLM, Shri Vikas Khattar, Managing Director, Co-Head of Investment Banking and Head Equity Capital Markets, Ambit Private Limited. Legal Advisors, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company, Partner Abhirup Datta. And ladies and gentlemen, the rest of the mementos we will present later, as it is half a minute to the bell ringing. Can I call all the BRLMs? Dr. Ahuja is here. Sudhin Choksi, Anil Mehta, Rupinder Singh, Ashish Gupta to please join in. 20 seconds away, ladies and gentlemen. The momentous time is fast approaching. Please join me in cheering when the 10-second countdown begins. And we are there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heartiest congratulations to the management, stakeholders, well-wishers of India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited. ढेर सारी बधाई और बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं. So moments to be treasured in the form of photographs. यादगार पल हम सभी के लिए कैद हो रहे हैं फोटोग्राफ्स के रूप में. Hanji. So we will continue with the memento presentation. I will request Dr. Ahuja to stay back and the rest of you to please take your seats in the audience. We can of course take pictures later after the event is over. So I will call upon Shri Arun Ohari from the PR agency at Factors to kindly step up on stage and receive a memento from Dr. Harish Ahuja. So please settle down, ladies and gentlemen, and keep your claps going. I will request Dr. Ahuja to stay back as I call upon Shri Rupinder Singh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, to please present a memento in reciprocation to Dr. Harish Ahuja, Head PSD, Carbon and Power Markets Investor Awareness Services, Primary Markets Relationships, NSA. Thank you. Please stay back. Dr. Ahuja, thank you for gracing this occasion. Thank you. And now, we will be presenting mementos on behalf of the company to all those who have contributed towards the successful listing, beginning with Shri Shreyans Singh from Westbridge. Shri K.G. Subramaniam from Nexus Venture Partners. Shri Sushen Trehan from Madison India Capital. Shri Pritish Kandoi, Executive Vice President and Head, BFSI, ICICI Securities Limited. Anybody from ICICI Securities? Yes. You may please collect on his behalf. Shri Kaushal Shah, Managing Director, Equity Capital Markets, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. Yes, there we have Shri Kaushal Shah along with his team from Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. Shri Amulya Goel, Managing Director, India Investment Banking, Citigroup Global Markets India Private Limited. Shri Vikas Khattar, Managing Director, Co-Head of Investment Banking and Head, Equity Capital Markets, Ambit Private Limited. Next, I will call upon Shri Abhiroop Datta, Partner, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company. Next, Shri Ruben Chaco, Partner and Regional Co-Head, Markets Practice South, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas. Next will be Shri Manoj Bhargava, Partner, Sidley Austin LLP. And the next memento would be for Shri Ashish Gupta, Partner from Statutory Auditors TR Chadda and Company LLP. Next is Shri Francis Fernandez from Registrar to the Offer, KFIN Technologies Limited. Next would be Shri Ankit Jain from BB and Associates, Independent Chartered Accountants. And next, Sri Akash Agrawal from Crystal Limited. Next, Sri Arun Ohri from AdFactors PR. That is Sri Anupam Chaturvedi and team.